I love the smell of copium in the morning. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster may be about to be announced. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy insane, copium-fueled rants about the potential final reveal of Final Fantasy Tactics Reborn, Remastered, whatever you would like to call it, and just enjoy coping alongside me, then a like on this video and a subscription to the channel would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much. So what is happening? Well, I put my previous recording on hold. There's supposed to be another video that's out today, and there will hopefully still be a video out today. Other than this one, we'll see what winds up happening. But in the process of gathering information for that video, something very interesting happened. You see, we found out recently that there's a Sony State of Play right around the corner. Tomorrow, at time of recording, as a matter of fact, and I, of course, am planning on streaming it. I like to stream such things because it's always fun to see what news and announcements and other sorts of events and exciting things happen, react to it with you guys in chat, and generally have a good time before I potentially start making videos and content about whatever news gets announced. Now, I'm going to be very upfront about this right off the bat. There is no concrete information right now. I am literally huffing copium, so I don't want anyone to be like, oh, it's clickbait, oh, you're trying to make up news. We are all in the same boat here, alright? I'm just a fanatic when it comes to Final Fantasy Tactics, so I need to share my excitement with all of you and let y'all know something maybe is happening. Is it likely? Probably not, but it's possible. So, the State of Play announcement was very, very temporarily retweeted by Yasumi Matsuno himself. And if you're not aware, Yasumi Matsuno is the father of Final Fantasy Tactics, the father of Tactics Ogre, Ogre Battle, all that good stuff. He's the man that created some of the greatest, most genre-defining games in history for turn-based strategy RPGs. And for some reason, he retweeted that State of Play announcement and then deleted it. It's the Streisand effect, man. I'm just saying. It becomes way more suspicious if you suddenly decide to delete something after you've already posted it and be like, okay, well now people are wondering, why did you delete it? There has to be some deeper hidden meaning here, right? Even if there isn't actually anything there, that's where people's heads are going to go. And Yasumi Matsuno has been very cagey in the past about the potential existence of this Final Fantasy Tactics Reborn. We've heard about it through leaks. We'll talk about that in a second, but he has always never directly confirmed anything. But whenever anyone asks him about it, you know, he talks about like how, oh, well, you would have to talk to Square Enix about that, but I would love to do this type of thing. You know, I'm not really working on anything major right now that I can talk about. Like all these different little sly comments, kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge, elbow in the ribs type stuff. So for him to go ahead and randomly retweet this State of Play, when as far as I know, he doesn't typically do that for any sort of announcement thing from Sony, Square Enix, anything else, very odd. Very odd. To follow that up, famous, depending on your viewpoint, journalist Jason Schreier also had a very interesting post today, which reads, I'm just saying, Final Fantasy Tactics is one of the greatest games ever made. Why would you say that? Like, we know it's true. It is one of the greatest games ever made. But why now, alongside Yasumi Matsuno retweeting the State of Play announcement? I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Like, I'm out here. Y'all got me speculating to the moon. I don't have good lighting. I just got back from work. I'm trying to work on other stuff. And here I am talking to a camera, ranting about the potential final reveal of Final Fantasy Tactics Reborn. But Jason Schreier is the man with the inside information. I don't care if you don't like him. I'm not making any comment on his character or his reporting or anything like that. He does have good information. He does. And he has confirmed multiple times in the past that the Final Fantasy Tactics remake, remaster, whatever, is still happening. And now it's been a long time since we first heard about it in what the NVIDIA Now, GeForce Now leak like 5 years ago or something like that, which is where we first learned about Tactics Ogre Reborn, FFT Reborn, or whatever it'll be called, was announced alongside of it. Pretty reputable leak at this point. So there's no real reason to think that it's not happening unless it got canceled. Jason Schreier insists it's not canceled, and then now suddenly, I'm just saying, man, I'm just saying. I'm about to have golden hair and huge muscles. I'm just saying, you know. So What are we going to see at this state of play? Potentially nothing, but consider. We also have Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest that's going to be happening at the end of the week, which I'm also planning on streaming because I always do. And apparently Square Enix is supposed to be there. Now, a lot of people are thinking that's going to be to show off stuff for Kingdom Hearts 4, but what if we don't see something at the Sony State of Play, and then at Summer Games Fest? That's 2 different opportunities, guys. 2! That we could finally see FFTR brought into the spotlight, revealed for all to see. The secret that everyone knows is real finally has the veil removed, and we can all get insanely hype over it. Is it going to happen? I don't know, man. Is Silksong ever going to come out? Like, at this point, it's the same type of thing for me, but this is a set of coincidences that is just way too much for me to ignore. So I wanted to sit down and talk about it for a second, because at the end of the day, I do think it's going to happen. And if there's one thing that I have the gall to claim myself to be, I am definitely amongst the Mr. Final Fantasy Tactics people, right? I talk about it all the time. I've never actually covered it on the channel, but we've covered so much that's adjacent to it. It has informed so much of what my gaming experience and influence and passion is. Tactics Ogre Reborn, one of my favorite games that I've ever played on the channel. Unicorn Overlord was directly praised by Matsuno himself. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. If there's going to be a time to bring back FFT, this is it. So the question then is, what does this mean for the channel? Well, if FFT Reborn gets revealed tomorrow or at Summer Games Fest in a few days, my entire content schedule is potentially going out the window. We will absolutely be covering every single aspect of that title as we get more information about it. Is there going to be full voice acting? Are we getting revamped graphics, revamped mechanics, additional mechanics? What platforms is it going to be on? What potential systems are we looking at? What release date are we potentially looking at? Just like with Unicorn Overlord, just like with Tactics Ogre Reborn, just like any other game that I've covered extensively on the channel, we will be giving this the full treatment. And notably, that could wind up creating some conflict, because right now Turn-Based Thursday Fest is happening, which is an event on Steam where a bunch of indie developers who do turn-based games, typically turn-based strategy RPGs, come together, promote each other's work. There's sales, there's announcements, there's new demos released, and I'm currently working on a game as part of that right now, and I plan to be covering that every day for the entirety of the fest. That might wind up changing if we wind up getting a bunch of information about FFT Reborn. We'll have to see, but just figured I'd put that out there. This is actually an addition now as I'm scrolling through and seeing more discussion about what's happening here, but apparently the VA for Cloud in the Final Fantasy VII, Rebirth, Reborn, Remake, whatever trilogy, has been back in the booth recently, but apparently not for Final Fantasy VII. This is complete hearsay based on people on Twitter, but, I don't know, man. And we know that Cloud is in FFT, so, I don't know if we're getting the Final Fantasy Tactics version of Tactics Ogre Reborn with a fully voiced script. They're going to want to have voice lines for Cloud, especially to cross-promote the third in the Reborn, Rebirth, Remake, whatever trilogy. So, I don't know, man. There's a possibility there. We know that Ben Starr is hugely prolific now. Maybe we'll wind up seeing some additions, like with Clive from FF16 in some sort of crossover event for Tactics. I'm just complete spinfoil hat right now, but I don't know. There's rumblings. There's rumblings. I feel good about it. I feel like this might be the time to be locked in. So, if you want to see if we're getting this major announcement tomorrow at, I believe, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for those of you who are not, in the same time zones, whatever, we're talking June 4th, 2025, at, I believe, 5 p.m. Eastern is when the State of Play is going to be going live for my time. Convert to whatever time zone you're in. We are going to be there. My original plan was to cover the State of Play. It's supposed to be about 40 minutes long, and then go into Expedition 33 for the rest of the night to get more progress on that done. We'll see what winds up happening, because if we get a reveal for Final Fantasy Tactics Reborn, I am absolutely going to have to drop everything and put out content about that, because of course I will. So, if you want to see with me live what's happening with this potentially, and then potentially wind up drowning in a pool of your own tears if it winds up not getting revealed now that the hype has been raised, then that's the place to do it. You can subscribe here on the channel. I'll have the live stream scheduled sometime tonight at some point, and we'll be ready to go. So I'm super excited. I feel really good about this. Let me know if you guys think this is finally the hint that we needed, that something is happening here, in the comments down below. I'm going to get this video up as fast as possible and then get back to the Turn-Based Thursday Fest that I'm supposed to be doing right now, so we can have some good spotlights on some of this really cool tactics indie stuff that's going on as well. Until we get any potential information and I get those other videos up, of course, my name has been Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other, y'all. Bye now.